Hi, I'm Shaking Gaming, and welcome to my very first Minecraft Earth video. In this video I'm going to show you a couple of adventures that I participated in yesterday in my local forest. The day before I had found some adventures in a park in a bigger city, but there was absolutely no adventures in my local town which I live in. So after 3 days of playing early access and not having found a single adventure, I went to a bigger city and found this adventure in a park and got some iron, which I made an iron pickaxe with. So I was prepared for the next time I was facing an adventure, because I saw that only some of the things could be mined with my stone pickaxe, which is the only thing you can make until you get iron. I am completely new to Minecraft in general, but I thought Minecraft Earth sounded interesting, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I was surprised when I couldn't mine everything with my stone pickaxe, but figured out I needed an iron pickaxe instead. So I crafted one and I was prepared for the adventure coming now. Before going into an adventure, you need to put the things you need in the adventure on your hotbar. You cannot access anything in your inventory unless it's on your hotbar during an adventure. So put in the stuff you need before going in, otherwise you're not getting very far. But as we see, I reached the first adventure. Let's see, here it is. As you can see, pristine means no other player has entered the adventure before. Here you go. Adventure is loaded and you can choose where you want to place it on the ground. It's only a very small, what is it, 5 times 5 tile or something. I decided just to take the sword and kill the cow. And then I didn't have an axe. Bring the proper tools, I learned, but you'll see later on. For now I just used my pickaxe, stone pickaxe, because I wanted to save the iron pickaxe for when good stuff arrived that I couldn't mine with my stone pickaxe. And there's a spider down there. Oh, 2 spiders. Grab my sword and kill them. Very easy. Spiders aren't the hardest thing in this game. Back to the stone pickaxe and start grabbing whatever I can get. As you open up to the underground, you will see that the room below is bigger than the hole you can look down through. So actually there's a lot more going down under the earth than at ground level. So you want to open up as much as possible and then start farming and focus on the most important nodes first. The most important blocks, I mean. So if you see iron, for example, in the early gameplay, that should be a go-to straight away. Here I pick a torch, wait with those, because as you'll see in one of the later adventures I do, it gets pretty dark. Down below me there's a fence or something. Now I just try to get as far down as possible. There's a fence. No, it's ladders. I have a bad connection now and then, so occasionally, 2 or 3 skeletons with bows start hitting me, and I'm a bit confused what's happening. I didn't expect more competition after the spiders. I was so surprised. I died. I didn't watch my health bar. At this point I didn't know how bad it really was, but I'm going to figure it out just in a few seconds if you wait. Because, oops, I died. Well, I can just enter it again. which you can. But as you'll see, when I'm done losing the GPS signal and flying all over the screen in my very, very fast minecart, because you get a penalty when you die in an adventure. Look, the hotbar is empty. I start looking, where is my iron pickaxe? It's gone. My wonderful iron pickaxe I was so happy to have crafted, I never got to use it at all because I lost it because I died. But looking at it, it's not completely the same. Or the skeletons wasn't there when I entered. I picked the sword right away and was ready if the skeletons was there, but I don't know if they changed it a bit or just the mobs that kill you, they die automatically. At this point I'm having a bad connection. You can see I'm tapping away, but nothing happens. Only now and then the phone had connection to the internet, so nothing really happened. And down in the bottom of the pit, it's pitch dark. I can't see which nodes I'm mining because I picked up the torches early on. Don't do that. Learn from my mistakes here. Now I'm starting to give up because nothing happens. So I just back out. Decide, okay, there was more adventures close by. I'll hop out of this one and hope for a better GPS or data signal on the next one. And then you get a small pop-up screen with all the things you gathered. Well, at least the XP and 3 more items show up. But you get all the loot that all the blocks and items you picked up down there. I'm considering if I have enough pickaxes and weapons for the next node, so I just start to craft some while I walk towards the next adventure. Might as well. And here I start walking. Slowly. Here we go, speeding up a bit. Grabbing stuff as I walk. When in an area without adventures, just go for the chests. Whatever route you're walking, just go for the next chest. Pick up what you find on your way, because it's all useful, I suppose, in the long run. And there's lots of tappables around, so you can just pick whatever. At this moment, I didn't learn completely from my death on the previous adventure, because otherwise I would have taken everything off my hotbar. But I didn't. As you can see, I have arrows but no bow. I have some ladders, and if I die in the adventure, I just lose those. So don't bring anything you don't need, anything not useful to you. I open up the adventure and just look around, seeing if any mobs are around. And I see iron in front of me, so yeah, I wanted iron. So I start picking away. Oops, what's that? Oh, some mob in there. Later found out from when I got home that it was a creeper. And creepers supposedly can explode. How? If they get in touch with fire. And as you'll see in a minute, if I had taken this node in any other way, there was a torch in the bottom and I would have exploded and lost my loot, my iron. So these adventures can be tricky. I haven't tried that many yet, so I guess there's lots of different ones that require different approaches, but in this case, taking the wrong blocks first and making the creeper fall down on the torch would probably have caused my death, and thus lost the loot. But I didn't know. Now I know, and so do you. But I'm chipping away to get underground and see what's there down there. As far as I remember, there wasn't really any great loot. Oh, I picked the torch again, because torches are valuable. But you need the torches to see. But I didn't learn from my mistakes until I got home, I suppose, watching this now. Dynamite. There's another thing to be careful about. There's a zombie down there. But I want the dynamite. There's also a button, I think, so I could have triggered the dynamite. Instead, I took out 3 skeleton archers. 2 killed me on the last note, so on the last adventure, so I got scared and I immediately dropped out. If I had triggered the dynamite instead of picking it up, I probably would have killed those 3 skeletons and I could have completed the adventure. Instead, I chickened out and I thought, no way I'm going to lose my iron again. So I'm leaving and I'm going to the next node. Just starting to melt some iron while walking, because iron works takes a long time, so better start on it. But then speeding up again, walking to the next adventure again to try my luck there, hoping not to find 3 skeleton archers in the next one, or at least being able to manage them instead of dying or chicken out. But I would have died if I hadn't left the adventure before, that's for sure, because I wasn't prepared. And here you can see how close you actually need to be to activate the adventure. It's not like you can use the big circle, which shows your proximity to tapables. You need to be a lot closer up front and close. And look at my hotbar, I still haven't learned. And I have a stone hoe for preparing earth for sowing, going into an adventure. What do you think I'm going to sow in there? Nothing. I'm not doing that on my next one, that's for sure. I start looking around. Oh, something is hitting me from one side, from the other. A spider. Smack, smack, smack. I'm already on 1/3 health before even starting to dig down in the earth. I'm a bit scared here, but not scared enough not to continue. I already got some iron, so now I'm ready to fight, I think. Some grass, some dirt, not really useful. Spider again, but when they're down there, it's manageable. It's quite a lot harder when they're sneaking around behind you. And there's lava down there. You can pick up the lava if you have a bucket, but to craft a bucket, you need iron. So, no lava for me yet, because I prioritized the iron pickaxe, which I lost. Stupid me. Spiderwebs, you need a sword. I tried with the pickaxe, didn't work. And there are more spiders. 2 more down there. Actually quite a lot of mobs on this node. A spider on the ground and 3 spiders below so far. You can kill them with your pickaxe as well if you're heroic enough like me. Now time to see if I can find something valuable. Which, as if I remember correctly, I didn't really find anything very useful. There's some iron there on top of the screen. And a spider more. Or the first one I saw that I didn't kill, don't remember. Doesn't matter. now I'm just trying to gather as much loot as possible. I haven't even seen the iron yet, else I would have taken it first. Because if something dangerous pops out and I need to leave because now I don't have a lot of health, it would be stupid not to take the iron with me because I really need it for several stuff. Oh, now I saw it. Quick, get the iron. And then just everything else, really. But there wasn't that much in this adventure besides lots of spiders and some iron. You cannot fall down into the hole, I can tell you that, because I'm standing on top of it now. You need to move around to see everything that's down there. It's quite big. I'm starting to consider to give up here because there isn't anything valuable down there, but there could still be something hiding underneath the blocks. But there isn't. Absolutely nothing. And that's when I decide, okay, enough is enough. No time, no point in wasting more time on that when there's nothing down there. Stone, I got hundreds of those, so no point. Time to go to the next adventure, the last one, while flying around in my minecart, which happens whenever you go too fast. For example, if you're driving a car, you will see yourself sitting in a minecart driving along the road, and if you go too fast you cannot click on tapables, which is good, I suppose, so people don't act unresponsible in traffic. Let's see, have I learned about the hotbar now? Or do I still bring ladders and arrows and a hoe down in the ground? Yes, I do. Well, this is the last adventure I'm doing in this video. Now I'm ready, because there could be a spider, and there was a creeper right away. And there's 2 skeleton archers at the same time. You really need to be ready when you start these adventures. I was very, very lucky I didn't die here. Look at my health bar. At this point I maybe should have just dropped out to play it safe, but I didn't have any loot yet. And I didn't have any iron pickaxe with me that I could lose. So maybe it was clever enough just to continue. But I start farming away, grabbing everything I can, with the fear of skeleton archers popping up everywhere. Got some flowers from I don't know where. But it's early access. Got an arrow from one of the skeletons. So because it's early access, they're still developing every day. You cannot use a lot of the items yet for anything. Diorite, for example, one of the stone types, is useless for now. Granite as well. You can build with it, but nothing else. I suppose that's coming. Yesterday I couldn't use flowers for anything. Now I can make dyes with it, different colors, depending on what color the flower is. There's this fence down in the water. I don't know if I missed anything useful in this adventure. I clear it all, I can say that now. Everything I could grab is taken, but I didn't understand. I'm just tapping away with my sword. Complete dumb. and I clicked the axe, but it immediately went back on the sword. I don't know if I just have fat fingers, maybe. But I haven't realized I'm picking at the stones with the sword yet. Ooh, I could hit a wooden box. What's going on? I'm so good at this. Come on, get your brain working. Put the axe back on. Oh, there it is. Ah, you can pick the stones with a pickaxe. Clever you. But one thing I didn't figure out was if there was any gimmick or quest or purpose of the fences down in the water. I didn't find any purpose of them whatsoever. I didn't see that I missed anything. Maybe you can leave a comment if you figure out what I'm missing here, if anything, because I didn't see any point in those fences at all. But they're there, and I got them, even though wooden fence is fairly easy to craft yourself, so not necessarily something you need from an adventure, but you don't have to craft them yourself, I suppose, if you can pick them up in an adventure. So free loot is free. Now I've cleared everything below ground, I think. So just the wooden blocks and fences above earth, above ground. And here an axe would have been good, but I didn't bring any. Another lesson learned for the next time I'm going on adventures. Bring an axe. My sword broke. Oh, I'm hitting wood now with a shovel. You didn't see that one coming, did you? Well, it's working, and I wanted to clear the note. Also to show you that these things are on a timer, so if you're too slow, you will eventually time out. I wasn't too slow, I just kept going because I wanted to show you that there's a timer, and eventually you will, if you're approaching it too slowly, run out of time. Just looking around, did I get everything? Checking below earth, below ground again, did I get everything? Nope, there was actually one block left down there. Hit it, and there was coal in it, so 2 coal, it wasn't too bad. But now it's empty. And time to pass time while waiting for the note to time out. Looking again for patterns or anything to do with those fences, but I don't see the point. Nearly went out, but then I thought, okay, let's time out instead to show you guys. Looking at my loot while waiting. 9 coal. But that was really it. No iron. Disappointing note to clear completely because there wasn't anything great loot. Now I'm just looking at the forest really. But what is that doing there? A chicken? A dead chicken? And some fur? I don't know where those came from. I have no idea. Now the hourglass came up telling me time's almost up. So just a few more seconds and the adventure is done. I'm speeding up here in the end because you don't have to wait for that. This is 5 times speed in the end. But that's more or less it. Adventure ended, and it shows me all the loot. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. Comment if you have any ideas about the fences in the water. Otherwise, hit subscribe or like. See you around. Goodbye.